This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Hey guys, how are you? It is Jean Watts. Welcome back to my channel. This is episode 2 of How to Do Your Inner Work. By the way, if I'm looking, I'm on my iPhone, so if I'm looking at, the camera's there, the screen's there. So if I'm looking at the screen, it's because it's easier to talk to a face than a black dot. So I'm gonna try to look at the dot, trying to look at you guys, but it's kind of hard or distracting. But anyways, I am really excited to do this episode. I wrote down all these ideas that I want to talk about, and basically if I'm going to do a video once a month, I basically have 4 years of content that I am ready to shoot for you guys. So maybe I'll do two a month, or maybe we're just gonna be in this together for a while. But this episode, it is about meditation, and I want to talk about meditation now because I know I'm gonna mention it almost every single time I do one of these videos. And I also hate the stigma of meditation. So a lot of times when people hear meditation, they think of like yoga people, they think of monks. They think it's just like a small group of people thing when it should be an everybody thing. And I'm going to explain why. As a society, mental health is a big issue right now, right? And a lot of us are blaming social media. Maybe it's people using filters. Maybe it's people always posting their best lives, it's the comparison. Maybe it's all the bad news that we're seeing all the time because everything is online now. And as much as that those are all valid, those are all triggers. All of those things exterior from you is not why it's bothering you. So okay, this is my theory. All right, and this is like why I really want to talk about it. Everyone's blaming all these other things for mental health. I mean, suicide rate is going up, depression is going up, and it's really not good, obviously. But this is my theory. I don't think we are ever spending time by ourselves, like truly by ourselves. And if we are by ourselves, we're on our phones, we're watching TV, we're watching some streaming service, or we're really in our head. And a lot of people operate like that. And when you are constantly going and your brain is going and you're never giving yourself a break, you are going to crash. Just like a computer. If you get a computer or any type of device, you have to turn it off at night. You have to let it sleep. You have to let it reboot. You have to turn it off. But if you don't, if you just leave it on, if you just leave it running, it's going to start glitching. It's going to start having like bugs. It's going to burn out. And we are the exact same way. And I mean, think about it this way. When you're ever in a waiting room or in line or anywhere where people are just sitting there waiting, everybody is on their phone. Everybody. When people are at home, when they're by themselves, they're on their phone or they're watching TV. And meditating is completely detaching yourself from your phone, from your problems, from your fears, from responsibilities, whatever it is that's just keeping us like in this 3D world. That's not who you are. You are not your 3D world. So it's really important that you connect with yourself. And especially if you're into spirituality or just being the best versions of yourself, which I am, and I feel like we all should be that way, meditation is going to change your life. It's not easy at first, and like you're gonna do it, and it's gonna be really hard not to think of things. Like I'm doing like a video about meditation, and it's hard for me sometimes. But when I don't meditate for like a long period of time, I feel the effects of it. Like I just start feeling run down and like defeated and irritable and just tired. And life's exhausting already, so I need all the energy that I can get, and meditating is a godsend in my life. So I want us all to work on this month and for the rest of our lives, honestly. Like, when I have kids one day, I'm going to be teaching them how to meditate from the moment that they can understand words. So for an example, like when I get stressed out or I get overwhelmed, instead of me pushing through it and just overworking myself like way too much, I will just like stop what I'm doing. I breathe. I'll go outside. I'll take a moment to myself and I will just like recenter. And I will feel so much better. And then I get back to work and I finish what I'm doing. And the moment I get anxiety again, I will take a break then and I will meditate. I won't look at my phone. Going outside in nature is it's real rich energy and it's so good. So if you can go outside, go outside. And if not, sitting inside on a comfy couch, just sitting there and just not thinking anything. So how to meditate, there's different techniques that you can do, and it's really good to look into it, try different things, get disciplined about it, set some time, like if you need to do it in the morning, right before bed, both, during the middle of the day on a break, finding what works for you and just trying different things that works best. So one great way to meditate is if you're sitting there, sometimes you can put on some music. I will link maybe a playlist and just breathe. And anytime a thought comes in your head, let it go and just focus on your breath. And then if another thought comes in, let it go, focus on your breath, and then think to yourself, what am I gonna think next? What am I gonna think next? You'll notice that you won't think anything because you're waiting for a thought. And that's like a small little glimpse of where you should be at when you're just not thinking anything and just breathing. Because another great reason why we should meditate is because we all have a voice in our head, right? So like, when you're reading something and you can hear it, but you're not saying it, but you're reading it in your head. So that voice, a lot of times we think the voice is our gut or it's the truth. And there is a book that we should all read. It's really, really, really good. And it's everything that I'm talking about. It's called The Untethered Soul. I will link it below. But it's basically learning about the voice in your head and silencing it. Because the voice in our head that tells us, oh, this is really good, this is really bad, the voice that makes us live in survival mode basically is formed through experiences and trauma in our life. If you had something really bad to happen many times, you will then, from there on out, that voice would be like, oh, be careful of that, that's gonna happen, or that person's bad, or I don't know if that's a good example. For an example for me, I'll make it personal. There's been times in my past, many times, that I've had many, many reasons not to trust anybody. I still have 99% more reasons not to trust anybody than to trust anybody. And because of that, any situation that I would go in through work, socially, intimately, anything like that, I will never put down a certain wall, or I just will close myself off completely. Like, I am the ultimate lone wolf ever. But I don't want to live like that. Like, it gets lonely, it gets depressing, it gets cynical. It's just not fun. And our perception is everything. And that kind of drove me nuts. It took me to really work on silencing the voices in my head, to move past, to heal myself. Basically, it's to heal myself. And that's my goal through all these videos, is to teach people how to heal themselves, because I had to go through so much to heal myself. And it's when you get better at healing yourself, your life gets so much better. Like, so much better. And we all deserve to be happy and have a better life. And we can all do it ourselves. But anyways, I had a really bad problem trusting people, and I decided I'm just gonna completely rewire myself. I'm gonna silence this voice in my head that's telling me that everyone's bad, not to get close to anybody, and whatever it is. And I'm just gonna clear my slate internally and just start fresh. So I'm opening up the door. It can be scary. I like pushing myself to be strong. So I made a pact with myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start opening up the door. And I'm going to give people the best part of me. I'm going to do people right. I'm not going to be a liar. I'm going to make sure my intentions are always right and always fair. And I operate through everything through love, which is God. And all of a sudden, conveniently, I just started attracting people like that in my life. I started attracting good people, the right people in my life. And obviously, when you have the right people and the right support in your life, everything. Oh my gosh, have I felt the polar opposites of both. And it took me opening up myself up, getting rid of my past, quieting the voice in my head that's told me all this time that I shouldn't trust anybody because I had no reason to because of past experiences, right? So the voice in your head is just what Untethered Soul calls it is the roommate. It's the roommate in your head that tries to protect you, but it's not always right. That voice can also be a bully. You can look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, I look ugly. Oh, I look fat. Oh, I'm really dumb. Or whatever it is, all these negative things about yourself, that's the roommate in your head. It's not real. It's not facts. So let's just turn that bitch off, okay? And let's live free in our lives. It takes a lot of practice and it takes a lot of time, but definitely let's all work, including me. We all need to work on meditation. I actually started filming this video and I was doing a bunch of stuff before this and I just started getting really overwhelmed. And I'm like, here I am. I'm thinking in my head, here I am talking about how I need to meditate and get my shit together. And I'm losing my mind because I need to meditate. So I did. I stopped the video. I went outside. I looked at the sun. It's beautiful outside. I was just listening to just the trees and the wind and just felt the sun on my face and just didn't think anything and just breathe. It was so nice. It's so relaxing. It's so easy. It's hard at first. It can be hard, but if it's hard, actually, so when you try meditating, if it's hard, that's a sign that you definitely need to start practicing meditating. Because when you get in the hang of meditation, it's kind of easy to get in a meditation mode. You can do it anywhere. You don't have to have a dark room and sitting something over your face, and you don't have to have all this stuff to meditate. You can just literally do it anytime, and it's really, really important. Okay. Here's another thing. Life is unpredictable. We cannot control everything in our lives. Obviously, wild shit will happen. We can't control that, but we can control how we handle it, how we perceive it, and that's everything. So when something happens to you and you are very familiar of getting really close to being in your highest self and source, where you're strong with yourself, you're clear-headed, you know how to handle it, you know what to do, and you can do it with grace, that means that you can handle your emotions. And if you can control your emotions, you can control everything in your life. And when you can control how you feel, then that's how you manifest. So a lot of people think people are just jumping to manifesting. If we're going to talk about manifesting right now, people just think they just jump to manifesting without doing any healing within themselves or any inner work. And manifesting just isn't going to work. I'm constantly doing my own inner work. So I want to help people do the inner work, because basically doing your inner work is learning how to heal yourselves. We can all heal ourselves and it can change the world. It really can. So you don't have to look that far out for exterior things. It's really good to educate yourself and just make sure you're in the right headspace. But you can do it yourself, and I'm going to try my best to help you do that. If you have a moment to yourself, try not to go on your phone at all. I work on my phone, so I have to be online. And I, during the night, I will turn my phone off or I put it in a drawer. And I'll spend time with my boyfriend and my dog, and we'll cook and we'll watch a movie. I like to smoke some weed, and I just like to be with myself. I'll go outside and look at the moon. just be in your space. Get to know yourself. Get really familiar with getting close to yourself, because you are your own best friend, and you are your best friend and you don't even realize it. So just get in tune with yourself. So get off your phone. Stop thinking about all these things. Stop comparing yourself. Stop putting yourself down. That's going to be another video. But meditating. Do it in the morning, during the day, do it at night, but practice it. I don't know if I said this already, but there's a lot of really good meditations that can guide you in it. So it's like an audio that has like music, and then someone will kind of guide you into not thinking it. And that's like a really good start if you're just starting to learn how to meditate. But books to read for meditation is The Untethered Soul. The Power of Now talks about being present. And I'm glad I'm talking about that, because that is another good reason to meditate, because something that has helped me regulate my emotions and my anxiety and my trauma and my triggers and anything that weighs me down in life, what's helped me grab it by the reins, one of them, the ultimate state of being, right? The ultimate state of being is being present. It's not worrying about the future. It's not thinking about the past. The past has nothing to do with you anymore. Nothing. It has nothing to do with you anymore. I have to tell myself this every now and then, like, let it go. I've only told you guys about little things, like I might write a book one day. My friends, sometimes I tell them things, that everything that's happened in my life, and they're like, there's no way. Like, yeah. And it just got to the point for me that it was just weighing my life down so much that I was just, that's exhausting in its own self. Like, if you're too exhausted to meditate or too exhausted to work on yourself, being miserable is way more exhausting. Way more exhausting. I hate being heavy. I hate feeling depressed. I hate feeling low. I just don't like it. So I'm like, it just got to the point where I got angry enough where I'm like, it, I'm not thinking about it anymore. Like, the past is the past. I want a clean slate. I'm changing my life. I'm going to be the person I want to be. I'm not going to have triggers affect me. I want to flow through life. I want to do things with grace. And I just want to be free. So let's just be free from all the that's weighing us down. Being present is the best way to help make sure you're doing that, right? So Power of Now is really, really good. And the more you practice this, like for all my gangsters out there that are actually going to practice this and get good at it, you're gonna look back at this video and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she was right. It's so amazing. Like, you'll have epiphanies, then you'll have creative ideas. You're gonna be flowing, you're gonna be operating, and the more present you are, the more grateful you'll be, and the more grateful you are, the more you manifest. So again, that goes in manifesting, but start with meditating, because you will be the CEO of your life and your feelings and everything if you can control yourself and learn how to turn off the switch. So I was just like rambling forever. The 4 Agreements. It's an easy read. It's a little book. I'm going to list that below too. I'm going to try to look into some meditating things. And the more and more eventually I'm going to start talking and helping you guys like manifest. But again, these are all the fundamentals. If you truly, truly want to manifest, you gotta do your inner work, including me. You can wish upon a star all you want it really bad, think about it, obsess over it. It won't happen unless you do your inner work, and that's okay. But a reminder too, while I do these videos, I really want to push this. Don't over obsess over working on yourself, because there was a moment where I started doing that and I wasn't allowing myself to be human. I was like over analyzing myself, stressing myself out, always thinking that if I had a negative thought that I was going to manifest something bad, and whatever it is. And that can be like the negative side of what can happen through doing all these things. Listen, we are all supposed to be human. We are not supposed to have everything figured out. That is, if we had everything figured out, we wouldn't be here. There would be no point. Earth is a school. So we're here to just be human, learn it, up. Oh, this works for me. Oh, this doesn't work for me. I'm not that person anymore. It's actually just really, the journey is just taking away all the stuff that the world has told you to be and what you're supposed to do, and learning who you really, really are, getting in tune with it. And once you're in tune with who you really are, you're able to connect to source. And when you're connected to source, you can take over the world, because you will then start feeling your intuition. You'll start feeling what the right decisions are for you. You will just know things because you already have it in you. Then you'll start attracting the right people in your life and the right situations in your life. And life gets easier as you get wiser. And yeah. All right, so this brings me to the sponsor of the video, and the sponsor of the video is Squarespace. Squarespace is a creative and beautiful platform where you can create your own website. Connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content. Manage your members, send email communications, and leverage audience insights all in one easy-to-use platform. Create a community on your Squarespace website with a fully integrated commenting system that supports threaded comments, replies, and likes. Use their powerful blogging tools to categorize, share, and schedule your posts too. Extend Squarespace's already powerful e-commerce capabilities with Squarespace extensions. These new third-party tools can help you manage inventory, promote products, streamline bookkeeping, reconcile and file sales tax, and ship items across the globe. Whoa. Display posts from your social profiles on your website, automatically push website content to your favorite social media channels so your followers can share it too. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and if you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/Jean Watts for a 10% off code for your first website or domain. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I feel like I'm rambling and I feel dumb sometimes, so I'm hoping that this video connected with some of y'all. But I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you guys for sharing your stories with me, because it's a really cool feeling, like connecting with people. Like, I love this shit. So yes, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, be gentle, be your own best friend, practice meditation, do your inner work. I will see you guys later. I have new music coming February 17th. I got my first single coming and something else. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.